Hello, Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eichenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of the EVE Online 30-Day Challenge. Today, I'm going to tell y'all who won the 1 year of EVE game time. And now let me just tell you a little bit about how that worked and everything, and why I didn't draw it online and show you the process. Every month at markeedragon.com, not only do we have some stuff like the freebies that we give away for, we have the EVE 30-day trial, we have new accounts, we have game time, of course, but we also do a monthly contest where if you are, whether you're a customer or not, that you can win. And so we have a free entry, a monthly entry thing. It's every month, and we allow the free entry. I don't have the one to direct you to right now for this month. It'll be a couple days before it's up, but I will mention it. And there's a link in the description to go to the category. But basically, it's our freebies and another category for betas and stuff like that. And I'm just looking for my notes here. You know, I wrote down the person's name, and all of a sudden I'm like, where did it go? So I'm looking for it here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so in the what we do is that you can get a free entry. Doesn't cost you nothing. You just sign up with your email and your name and email, and you get the free entry. You get an entry if you get one of the freebie codes, like the trial account, or if you purchase other codes, like let's say you purchase a couple of Plex or a couple of game time codes. Well, each one of those calculates as an entry. End of the month, we dump them all into a pool. We shake them all up. Not really. This is, we can't really shake all the codes. But then just one of those codes is plucked out, and that one is the winner. And then we look up as to who it went to. So anyway, the winner of the 1 year of game time is Robert from Virginia in the USA. And I will say that Robert has never spent a dime with us. I'm not trying to tell you to spend any money. I'm just saying that even somebody who doesn't spend anything with us can win, because Robert got one of the trial accounts, and then that's the one that was selected, and he is the winner. So in a couple of days, we'll have the next one up, and I think that it's probably going to be more game time again. I think so, because we have ships that we've been giving away, but the ships haven't shipped to us yet. And so at least if they're on their way, they haven't made it yet. And so it may have to wait till next month. But we've been giving away the ship models, which, they're worth like a couple $100 each. And okay. Robert, if you're watching, check your email. So that's where it's at. I asked him to come on to the show today if he could, but I suspect, since he hasn't replied saying, "Oh my God, I won," that he hasn't seen his email yet. So, okay. Now, let's get into the game, and let's see. I'm going to bring on the TeamSpeak guys here. Welcome back, TeamSpeak World. Hello.
Hello.
So, how did you guys like that round table? Did that work out pretty good?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite amazing, yes.
Yeah. So we'll seek to do more of those in the future, and I think I'm kind of thinking that we're going to have something scheduled once every 2 weeks or so. And I'll invite the devs each time, not knowing whether or not they'll show up, but we'll invite them each time, and we'll see if they have something they want to talk about. I'm sure they'll show up. So anyway, and it was kind of fun to with Fozzie there, because he's only been with CCP a year, and it's not that was a bad thing. I just thought that he had a really good look on what the future could be with Eve and everything. So good to see good to see players making the game. So he was a player first.
There were a couple people asking you to ask him to say Waka Waka.
Oh, really?
He was saying Waka Waka.
Well, not on the stream. So, yeah, I have a hard time. I tried to look at the stream for questions, but it's hard for me to do. What I need is in the future someone who is plucking out the really good questions and maybe posting them in a different chat window so that we can pluck them out or something like that.
Would it be better than the Google Plus, Markee? Just to take them and then repost them in the Google Plus so you can see it to the right while you're doing it? Or
Yeah.
I don't know what you can see on your screen.
I can see that. And in fact, every guest who's in the Google Hangout can see that. And so even like Fozzie would be able to pick out ones that he's really passionate about if there was more than a couple. But we wouldn't want to spam it. So it'd just be some of the really good ones. So that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I will ask, I'll try and remember to ask someone to do that next time. I'll ask a couple people that if you see something really good, to post it in there. And then that way, it's right in front of us. Even though the view that you guys see is much different in the Google Hangout than what you guys see on the stream, I am able to see all of that. So, okay. Now, I got to figure out again. Oh, I think maybe did I sell my other? Yep. I sold both of those. All right. So,
Hey, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Markee, I noticed that you've been trying to do a lot of the market stuff and trying to make some ISK on there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I've noticed is that you're primarily just using, the market information that you have available just in game. And I was curious why you haven't kind of branched out by using the in-game browser to go to something like Eve Central or Eve Market and do searches for merchandise there before you sell it, because you can make a lot more ISK if you kind of use the game more as the whole world versus just the individual, systems or regions.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so let me tell you part of my thoughts on how I learn these things. And a lot of what I do is I want to use the in-game mechanics as much as I can rather than depending on a third-party source. And I know that third-party sources sometimes put the things together better than it's done in the game, but I want to make sure that I learn the system as it's intended by CCP in the game before I start using other tools that are external. It's almost like being low-level and mid-level and then high-level stuff. The external websites, in many cases, I would consider mid-level and high-level because just how all that works. So, yeah, well, I want to call out Sabort. He sent me 30 million ISK. Thank you. I just now noticed that. So I was wondering where all that money came from. I thought maybe I was just doing really good. So he sent it over here to my faction warfare character. So that'll cover a few ships. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta find where to go now. This has been something that I've had a hard time with. You guys have seen me struggle with this, figuring out, what the hell I'm doing. So, wow, there's a whole bunch of sectors here that are really low contested. Well, I think that there's Mentinault. Is Mentinault right next to Old Man Star? I don't think it is.
Just set it as a location. Just set it as destination and then check all the small boxes.
Yeah,
There's Old Man Star inside. It's the easiest thing what you can do.
Okay. Looks good.
Yes.
Okay. So, I guess that's where I'm headed. So, Markee continues on to his next death. After Tuesday, you'll be able to see the new animations.
But
As you're going through each system, you can check to see what is available as well.
I can check to see what's available. What do you mean?
You know, if there's any plexes hidden. You don't have to just go to that one system. You can check on the way.
Well, right, but you know, part of it, I think, part of the more success is the percentage that it's contested and everything. I don't know. I'm not. You know what? I'm not skilled enough in choosing all of this stuff to do it while I'm flying to a location and decide to change my mind.
Well, you've got the scanner open already.
I don't want to look at the scanner. I just want to go there and test this one and base what I have decided right now whether or not that was good or bad. So because I don't have the knowledge to know whether or not there might be a better decision along the way, because I don't know what my decision right now, what the side effects of that are going to be, and so that's why I have a lot of difficulty with thinking about changing it, you know, midway, or maybe I'm just being stubborn. One of the two.
It's just if there are few people in local and it has anomaly, it's a good system. No matter how the capture status or anything of it, from what I've tried, just a few people on some sites in local, and it's a good system.
Really? So you would base it like this system I'm going through right now, with there being only one other faction guy in this system.
It's not like
you would use that as a consideration for staying here?
Well, this one is a Galente, so it would be a defensive plexing anyway.
Well, see, that's just what I'm saying, you know. It goes right back to what I was saying. I don't know enough about what I'm doing to make those decisions on the fly. So.
Just look at the upper left-hand corner. It says Galente Federation.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's been a long day. So, I'm just going to head out to this one.
Of course, you're doing pretty good, Markee, for 30 days in this game, and you know, trying to pick up everything. Most people typically choose in 30 days, their first month, they choose one thing like exploration, and they end up spending the majority of those 30 days on that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to do all of it in 30 days, which is good, and also, you know, it seems difficult too, because it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
to try to take in.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that, I mean, I'm not trying to be conceited or anything, but I'm glad I'm a smart guy. Because as hard as this is, I mean, I know I'm a smart guy, and as hard as this is, just with all of this help and everything, you know, doing it like this would not be, well, it
Like
wouldn't,
moving to a new country.
yes,
You got
and
10
then
years of history to pick up.
right, and then deciding that you're going to figure out what every neighborhood is and what its culture is and all of that. You know, that's a little unreasonable. And so now I found this, and I've actually, this is probably the thing that this faction warfare is probably the thing I've spent the most time on out of everything. And there's so much more to see. It's like I want to taste all the local food at the local restaurants before I decide, you know, which one I want to eat at all the time. But the problem is there's 150
Might get
restaurants.
food poisoning sometimes too.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, I guess that's every time I blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Warp into some place and boom, you're dead. And you know, oh, food poisoning. So, yeah, I don't know. I do. You know, when I first thought about doing these 30-day things, I thought about being, you know, like being live in the game every day for 30 days continuous and everything. And then I quickly realized that really isn't possible, because, you know, you need a day off, just like everybody needs a day off from work, or you get burned out. And then I realized that with as much as there is to learn in EVE, I think that people learn more when they've had a chance to absorb a little bit of the information, you know, like sit on it overnight and think about it. And so I have this 30-day challenge has really turned into like, by the time it's all done, it's more like 50 days or something like that. And I guess I'm thankful for those extra days, because even though it's a 30-day challenge, we're on day 27, I've made it further in 27 days of play because of those extra days. Not because I was playing, but just to try and take in all of this stuff and think about it and make better decisions. So.
Have you done much with like your alts at all, or have you even created any alts?
Well, this is an alt
on
that
your
I'm
main
on.
accounts?
Well, this is an alt right now that I'm on, and
Oh, okay.
so yeah, I didn't. I have not used my main character for this kind of stuff. Wow, there is a lot of hostiles here in this.
Yes.
I'm
Burn
on my
back
way,
to the
Markee.
gate.
What's that? Run back to the gate?
Yeah, go back to the previous Caldari system.
Oh, I don't know which one that was, but
The system was ALA.
Alabel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one is
It's
quite
11
obvious.
kilometers away from here.
You don't
I
want
think
to go
Ink
jumping into
mumbled.
the other system.
I gotta run. Damn it. It's in a Barracuda.
Yeah, there's another reason why you warp to 10 and not to 0.
Yeah.
Because you just
Yes.
got bumped on the gate.
Yeah, he's not. I'm not hurting him at all. Oh, and we got Mama Jolie here too. Okay, so I'm screwed. I'm breathing fire.
See, you're not moving because you're going against the gate there.
Why am I going against the gate? What do you mean?
Well,
You're driving into the gate.
Yeah, so if you had been moving, you could have burned away because they were not webbing you.
Wait, I was trying to run away and I wasn't able to get away, and so that's when I turned to fight.
Yeah, you couldn't run away because, like, if you would try to run away from someone in real life, and you would be constantly running into a wall, then you couldn't get away from them. That's the same thing you were doing here. You were just running into the gate.
I think that was something different. Remember how we talked about previously? If you're trying to warp and you got warp jammed in the middle of it, you stop completely.
No, but he was moving. You could see his acceleration, but he was moving, bouncing back and forth off of the gate. And he tried to warp to a 0-0 system too, which I had said don't warp to that one.
As if I could even figure out where I'm going. I was just trying to go away. And that's part of the problem, is that I just can't seem to figure out where I should go or anything. When that happens.
You need to move towards the gate. Move towards the gate.
Move.
I think he wants the insta back to the station.
Yes.
I don't think he was worried about his pod.
Yes.
He's tired of jumping 15 jumps to get back to the station. He finally got smart. He's
No,
like, "You don't
I knew what I was doing on that one.
Yes.
Yes, it was a different tactic than what is normally used. Yes, it's that instant jump. Okay, so okay, well, good thing I have some more ships. I think that what I'm serious about this. What I'm going to do is I am going to Tuesday, after the patch, I'll put a Plex on this character, and he'll start training some skills, and I'll start looking at a better fit that I can fight better with. And I'll probably, I may have to train him for 4 months, 3-4 months, something like that, to get, as skilled as he possibly can be.
May I be blunt?
Yes.
Even if you let him sit for 4 months, it's still not going to make much of a difference.
Why?
Because there's the game skills and then there's the player skills.
Oh, so you're saying I suck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you should go to HiSec and learn how to move how to move around.
You know, Markee has the Banhammer and the Frostmourne.
Markee,
Okay,
what's
so
your alt stat?
whether I suck or not, it's Dr. space Dragon Pepper. And whether I suck or not, that doesn't ever stop me from trying. And I'm having fun doing this, and so this is probably the way I will continue to learn. And I'll get just a little bit better each time on getting away or targeting or fighting or whatnot. And here I'm going to get a lot more combat than I am going to get in safer space.
Something else that someone said in chat a long time ago someday is you tend to keep your camera at this distance and you can't see anything. You can scroll out and be able to see around you.
Okay. Well, that's a thought. Not
as entertaining.
No, I actually keep it at this distance or closer because of the viewers. And because I think that if I am zoomed way out and you can't see my ship or whatnot, that's part of the beauty of Eve, is to watch it flying through and stuff. But I'll play around with that some and see what.
If you can't see the wall you're bumping into, it doesn't matter.
Well, and okay, so that may be a very valid point right there, because I'm, the whole time you were saying that, I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, because I didn't see myself bumping into anything, and so maybe that's why I couldn't see myself bumping into anything. Because I didn't have a far enough view out, and so maybe I'll start scrolling in and out a little bit more.
Should have some money for some ships now.
Say what?
Ships should be affordable now.
What? You gave me money?
Maybe.
Maybe 100 million. Wow. This is the way to make the money. I'll just sit here and talk on the stream. Forget the faction warfare. Okay, well, thank you. Conceptionism.
I'm sure it's gonna get nerfed.
Nerfed? The money will get nerfed? Oh
Yep.
my god, that's funny. How would that?
The chat does make a point that when you're the player in PvP, Eve is a game of brackets. You're not looking in space, you're looking at your overview. And you're control clicking your targets when the FC calls them out.
Right, yes. Okay, well, I'll work on that. So, you know what, and I just, even though sometimes you tell me things that I don't want to hear, I try really hard to listen, and I see what I can do to incorporate them, and I just have to believe that it comes from experience, what a lot of stuff you're saying, and even though I can't compute it all. So
the person that gave you that fit for that as well, I would say drop one of the mag stabs and put on a damage control, because you have absolutely no resist on your hull. Once someone breaks through that armor, bam, you're gone.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. So that's what I'm going to do on Tuesday. Is that one, I'll be adding a Plex, and I'll start working on some skills, and then I'll start building a better ship, a better fit, and everything, and maybe figure out what the ultimate fit is for faction warfare. What's the best ship, what's the best fit, or whatnot for doing this, and then I can start training the skills to get to that. Just have one example there, and then just have a list of what I'm gonna do to get there. So.
Yeah, now you started again talking about the ultimate fit and the ultimate ship.
We've already been through that.
Oh, I know. Well, actually, all we got to do is take somebody who's very experienced with, faction warfare, and take their fit and just start working toward that. And it may not end up being the best fit for me, but it's a better fit. If they're having, is there statistics where we can look at the people in faction warfare and see what ships they're flying and who is the most successful?
Billboards.
Yeah, the kill boards.
Yeah, but
You can also.
are you going to be fighting the other players, or are you just going to be there to win the rat? Like
Both.
The
Yeah,
fit,
just gonna be farming.
Well, I mean,
both.
I want to get the loyalty points, but I need to be able to defend myself.
Well, like someone mentioned that, I've mentioned this before, and someone mentioned in chat, is that you could just tick people off and put on warp core stabs, so you'll have a better chance of running away.
Okay, and with the warp core stab, so that allows me to kind of, what is that? Is that a web? Webbing them or
Warp core stabilizer are giving you more warp
disruptors. That
Yeah.
prevents you from.
They are
jumps.
granting you more strength in your warp core. That means you have normally 2 warp points, and now with each warp core step you get 1 point more. So that means if you have a warp disruptor or warp scrambler on you, yeah, you will be not able to warp away. I mean, you have 1 point. So with a warp core step you have 2. With another one you have 3, and so on and so on.
And someone mentioned using a Venture. Venture already has +2 to its stability, and so they would have to either have 3 people with disruptors, or 1 person with a scramble and another person with the disruptor. But I don't know how well they could stand up against the rats. Maybe they could. I don't know.
Did somebody else
One
say
guy-
any?
One guy tried to come after me in a venture, and I didn't know what he was thinking. He just came in and shot him, but then he left again.
Using a mining ship to run faction warfare plexus.
It's a bad idea.
Okay, so conception is what? You trying to even out the balance or something? You sent more money. Okay. Well, thank you. So.
Next will be 80 million.
Yeah. What? Okay.
It'll slowly ramp down.
Just so you guys know what my thoughts are in accepting the donations and stuff. It helps me be a lot looser with my assets, which I can take a lot more risk, which I hope makes a better show and everything. And so that's my thoughts.
We have mentioned using Yvonne, and then there is a thing in the planner that you can use to view the Battle Clinic loadouts. Like I said, you can check the highest rating one on there to get ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Clinic's not very good anymore, though, to be honest. I think it's better to check the kill boards, especially to find out what the best fits for faction are. And typically, the things that people are using the most tend to be... well, actually, I don't know about faction warfare. I was going to say the things that people use the most would typically be the best. However, in faction warfare, there's probably a fairly large number of noobs, though that might not be true.
Yeah, and like I said, it also depends on, like, if Markee wants to defend himself. I found a really good fit on a frigate, but it hasn't got it's only got 1 shield extender and a shield booster. It hasn't got damage control or any resist modules, and it's got web because it's got asters, but it's got no point. So, and it's got 3 max steps. So that ship is perfect for doing the plexus. I can do the destroyer and the frigate easy, and when I get close and orbit the cruiser at 500, webbing it, I own that as well. So that is a perfect fit for doing the sights and running away. But
I did want to bring something up. They brought my attention to it. Do you actually have any modules fitted to that ship?
Oh yeah, Mark.
Why didn't you allow him to go? God, oh.
Let's see here. Damn it.
Don't worry, Markee. I'm about I'll tank for you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, why did you have to say anything? God damn it, I was waiting for him to be...
Were you really? You were waiting with anticipation for me to get all the way out here?
I just thought that you were
Yes,
flying around with passive modules, Markee.
Passive modules. All of them are passive.
Including the guns.
Oh my goodness. So, okay. So,
Fleet me and I'll pod kill you so you don't have to jump all the way back.
Nah, it's not very far. Golly. Okay, well, it's a good thing that I don't get... hey, why are they shooting at me? Damn bastards. Yeah. It's a good thing that I don't mind making mistakes. So, because I've done some pretty good ones.
This time
Wondering
around,
how
I
you
would
got that
suggest,
ship ready so fast.
Yeah.
I would suggest have the afterburner, small shield extender, and web, and the damage control. And if you can fit, this is all if you can. This guy can even fit it in the two mag stabs.
Mm-hmm. So at least at this point, I'm just going to use up some of the stuff that I've got, and then I'll start working on a new fit. I think it's funny.
It would have been funnier if they would have let you actually go to a site or something. And it would have been much funnier when you... Where are my guns?
Yeah.
Well, if you feel that we let down you on this one, just cut off from our pay. It's like, can't cut off
Oh,
anymore.
just cut your pay?
He's paying me in peanuts.
Yeah. Not even peanuts.
I'm allergic to peanuts.
Oh, yes, I'm paying you in peanuts. They're totally useless to you.
And fatal.
If he's like this to me, what he is towards his enemies?
Aren't you his arch nemesis? I thought so.
Well,
I'm sure he's walking on the ship, rams the enemy ship, and hits them with a sword, Frostmourne specifically.
I had a hard customer problem here.
Okay.
Now I figured out.
Hey, how do we get into your fleet, Markee? Or do you have a fleet going currently?
No.
I don't have a fleet going currently, and
I know you're busy right now, so don't worry.
yeah. Well, here's what's going to happen. We are just about out of time. I got to take a little bit of break since we've been going for 8 hours, and then I have another show. So, yeah, I have another
It'll
show.
never
The
be better
Shroud
than
of the
Eve, though.
Avatar show.
Yeah, the Shroud of the Avatar show, and and this will be the last one for a couple of weeks because next week we are all getting drunk at the end of it, and I've got my shift covered and everything, so I don't have to drink and approve orders. So I've got my shift covered for when we start drinking, and I won't be doing the Shroud of the Avatar show next week afterwards because, frankly, I'm just going to go pass out afterwards or whatever.
You say you're ordering 3 plexes? It looks at his keyboard. Is that a 3 or an 8?
What? Huh? What?
So you're looking at the keyboard. Is that a 3 or an 8?
Oh yeah. Approved. I don't care. Approved. So yeah, it may very well be something like that. So anyway.
Markee, can
Yes?
you have more than 10 people in Google Hangout?
No. Everybody else becomes a viewer after that.
Well, that sure sucks, because I thought about using that, having the camera on,
Mhm.
like the
Oh
people
my
in-
god.
It'd be kind of fun, Markee, while you're
Hammer.
doing the
Okay, so
drunken roam, if there was multiple people getting drunk.
okay, so what we can do. Okay, so here, that's a great plan. That's a great plan, Inc. So here's what we'll do. We will do a special setup next Saturday, right before we start drinking, we will get a Google Hangout. I will have invites for, I can only invite 9 of you. So 9 of you that want to get drunk, and you're of age. I ain't gonna have
I'll definitely be there.
I ain't gonna have no 10-year-olds in the hangout. Hey, look at my beer. Daddy left it behind. And then what I can do is I can get a hangout up and running, and then I can take the individual little pictures that are at the bottom, and I can put those onto the screen. So
What's going to be the game though, Markee? How often are you going to make us drink? What's the keyword?
I have no idea.
That's going to be fun.
I think I think I would prefer the M.
I can't do it. There's no way. I would have 7 or 8 shots in me in 30 minutes.
But if you're saying
Stop
the
thinking
keyword,
about
then it
you,
would be
think
your
about
fault.
us.
Oh, we're all shit-faced. See, there I just did it again. Not even voluntary. So, maybe it's every time I get blown up. I don't know. We go out in faction warfare, and every time I get blown up.
Then people in our group would start blowing you up just
Well.
so they can make you take another shot.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
I
so
wouldn't either, but there would be other people, so we would have to constantly be repping Markee. I mean, we would have like a capital ship rep on Markee just to keep it going.
So, let's see here. Well, we could do it like a telethon.
We have a week to think about on
Yeah,
the drinking
yeah.
requirements.
Every time you get 100 million ISK, we all have to take a shot.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
that's a good thing.
It has
That would
to.
be
I think
fun.
it has to be a little bit more than 100 million, though, because I can see 20 billion coming in right away or some crap like that, and then we're like, we can't do this. So it has to be incremental. So maybe we say 100 million, and then it's 500 million, and then it's when we hit 1 billion, and stuff like that, and it goes up.
100 shots.
During game.
Well,
Okay.
it needs to be something that may be obtainable, and I'll use all the money for either helping out noobs or just creating more exciting stuff on the show as much as I can, and maybe we can talk about that. So let's split it between the 9 people. Oh my!
I don't think any of us are
Yeah, I would
playing.
recommend if you're going to use the money to help the noobs, I think you should help them to help the noobs to get to station by potting them. That's the best way.
Oh, I'm going to kill you. Oh wait, let me give you 100 million for your trouble.
They might be in the positive though, Markee.
Well, you know what?
One pod kill for 100 million.
We could at the same time do something that the viewers that are watching that play the game as well. We could
do giveaways during it.
Yes,
That would be
we can
cool.
do a roll, so we can say, okay, for
Every time you get 1 billion, you could start doing a giveaway, and you'd have so many viewers.
we could we could give away half in a drawing each time we hit a goal. And by the end of it, I won't know who the hell I'm giving the money to. I'm typing this in. Oh, that's somebody's name. Bam. Okay. Oh, you didn't get it. I'm sorry.
Help you,
well,
Markee.
okay,
We'll even
so-
tell you when you're not having any modules on your ship.
Yeah. So okay, well we'll talk about this more on Thursday maybe, and we'll come up with a good plan. We'll have a plan in place by say the second hour of Saturday. We'll have it in stone, and then we can anything we can do to include all of the viewers. I am 100% for, and I think we can have some fun along the way. So. And then I'll just try and not make mistakes. You guys will all have to not hold me liable if I send the shit to the wrong person.
Maybe you could just take a list, Markee, and we could just keep a list during the show or whatever, and then you could give it the next morning or
Oh
something.
yeah,
just so that
okay.
Because it would be unfair. Like if you're like every billion I get, I will give away, and if we're doing the shots incrementally, then what we'll do is all of us will keep a list of the people that have won, or maybe you can keep a notepad if you think you can keep.
Actually,
that straight.
it'll be
And then-
really easy because that Twitch tool makes it really easy. I can have a bit of text that goes to each person who wins, telling them what they've won and to reply to it with their Eve character name, and then I can send the stuff out the next day. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, and then I'll just have the messages in there.
We can also drink and duel. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're pretty drunk and you're trying to fight another pretty drunk person to death is pain.
Ah, you mean something like a frigate tournament between each other?
Just if you were to fight Markee, then just get out of the station or we're gonna destroy you, and just undock and try to destroy each other.
I have a feeling that towards the end it's going to turn into that, so I don't think we need to necessarily work that in. I think it'll just happen naturally.
Yeah. So okay. Well, sounds like fun. And you know what I'm going to do before this is over? I'm going to put the fit on this ship so I don't undock without the fit again. I could.
If you leave me, Markee, I'll follow you. I'm Conceptionism in game, and I will try to make sure that you're actually able to finally get one of these.
Well, we're done. We're done for the day.
Oh, okay.
So I have another show in an hour, and so I just figured I'd put the fit on the ship so I didn't forget.
All right, I'm going to dock here and leave a clone.
Okay, so well, thank you everybody in TeamSpeak. You've all been great today. Learned a lot again today. Got insulted a few times, but you know, Ink can't help himself, and and it's been really good. And all of you who are watching on live, don't go anywhere because I'm going to come right back and we'll do another drawing. And then I'll tell you about the Shroud of the Avatar stuff, just in case you are wondering. So, be right back.